Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'll be telling you a crazy story on how me and my friend faked a greenout to get out of a two-man. This is going to be a very interesting story, and if you guys like stories like this, make sure to like and comment down below what your favorite color is. Why not? This is a new channel, might as well get to know who is watching me, and I'm gonna look through the comments, and whoever gets the best comment will get a shout out in next video. So yeah, let's get right into the story. So to begin this story time off, I just want to put out there that I was a junior in high school at the time when this happened, and I had just broken up with a girlfriend that I was with for about a year, so it was a pretty good relationship. We just didn't, we just were going separate ways. We were different people, so we're like, you know what, this isn't gonna work out, let's just break up. So anywho, after we broke up, I really wanted to just go and get after some new girls. So I used to just go on Snapchat, and you guys know how it is, just quick ad. And then eventually we found these girls, and they talked to us, and initially we realized, okay, this might sound a little messed up, guys, but they're like, hey, we live in this really nice house, and you guys should come over. And to be completely honest, I wasn't really too interested in the girl, and I know, guys, this is bad, but I really wanted to go to the house. And also, they're like, "Hey, come over, let's smoke." So we're like, "Cool, we're gonna go to this girl's house." Me and my buddy, let's call him Jared. Me and Jared were like, "Hey, all right, let's do it. Let's go to this girl's house. Let's smoke. Let's see what happens." And that was not necessarily a good decision from us. And as I told you guys, these girls, we didn't really necessarily like them. We just kind of wanted some free weed. And so we went over there, and on the car right there, we're just talking. We're like, yo, what if these girls are extremely, we don't really fuck with them? And we're talking about it, and we're thinking about it for the whole car ride. And then eventually my buddy, he was like, yo, bro, why don't we just say fuck you and leave? And I was like, dude, we're not fucking saying that, bro. Why would we do that? Just that, I know we don't necessarily like them, but we don't have to be dicks about it, you know what I mean? So we ended up not going with that plan. But anywho, we got to the girl's house, right? We walk in, and immediately the vibes were off. I mean, they're just being weird. They're kind of just not the type of people that we were, so it was kind of just weird. And anywho, we get into her house, we say hello, we meet them, we're like, oh, hello, it's very nice to see you in person. And this girl has a very nice house. I'm talking about, I don't know exactly how to describe a nice house. I'm kind of an idiot. But this was a very nice house. It had a very big kitchen, very big living. It felt grand. Grand is the word. And anywho, after, a little bit of talking, they're like, hey, do you guys want to go in the hot tub? And we're like, hell yeah, we want to go in the hot tub. And they're like, do you want to smoke some weed? And I'm like, me and Jared are like, hell yeah, we want to smoke some weed. So anywho, we get dressed, whatnot, and then the girls will go upstairs when they decide to change, and we stay downstairs because that's where the hot tub is. And they just went to their room and changed. Anywho, me and Jared were talking. We're like, dude, these girls are a little bit weird. And I was like, you know what, dude, you're right, but honestly, I really want some free weed, so let's just smoke. And then after that, we'll decide what we do with this entire situation. Anywho, the girls come back down, and they are wearing some very revealing clothes. Let's just say that, to say the least. They were wearing some very revealing clothing. And I was actually pretty happy with my girl. She was cute, but Jared's girl, absolutely not. I felt bad for Jared. So, anywho, we get in the hot tub. They pull out some joints. We're like, all right, let's smoke. So, it's just like any other smoke session, but, we're getting to know these girls a little bit, just getting the basic knowledge of who they are, what they like to do, stuff like that. And as we're smoking, I'm not feeling great. I don't know if it's just you guys, but if I'm really hot while I'm high, it's not good for me. So anywho, I was pretty quiet about it for about 5 or 10 minutes, and I whispered into Jared's ear, and I was like, yo, dude, we gotta get out this fucking hot tub, bro. So anywho, we get out of we tell the girls, we're like, hey, look, we're not really feeling the hot tub, let's just go inside and watch a movie. So they're like, yeah, that's cool. So we got out of the hot tub and went inside, and then me and Jared were like, yo, let's go meet in the bathroom. So we went and told the girls, we're like, hey, we're gonna go in the bathroom real quick, change, and we'll be right back out. And they're like, okay, cool, we'll go change too. So, anywho, I rush to the bathroom and I'm just sitting over the toilet. I think I am about to throw up. I don't know what is going on this day, but I wasn't feeling good. And I was like, dude, what? This is not good. Like, what is going on, dude? And Jared's like, look, I don't really like these girls. And then I'm like, dude, I don't really know if I like them either. Like, honestly, I don't really like the whole vibe here. I think we need to leave. And so, after about 10 minutes, I was feeling a little bit better, just leaning over the toilet, sweating, but I never actually threw up. So me and Jared, we change clothes, leave the bathroom, and we end up going back out in the living room, and the girls are already sitting down. Perfectly, so me and Jared could go sit right next to our girl that we came here with. And we look at each other, and we're like, dude, we gotta make some shit up. So I throw my phone under the couch, and I'm like, dude, I lost my phone. I can't find it. Like, we're going to need some time. So me and Jared were honestly just trying to buy some time just to go and have a conversation and be like, dude, what the fuck are we going to do? So we end up being like, hey, we're going to go check the bathroom. It might be in there. And they're like, okay, cool. We go to the bathroom. Me and Jared look at each other in the eyes, and we're like, dude, we need to get out of this. What do we do? And he was like, dude, let's just say what I was gonna say, and just be like, hey, fuck you guys, I don't like you, and leave. And I was like, dude, we're not fucking saying that. Like, I'm not doing that. If you want to say that, that's cool. I'm not going along with that. Anywho, we're arguing about it for a few minutes, and he's like, fine, whatever. So we end up going back out, and I'm like, oh, I found my phone. And this is when Jared decides to do one of the craziest fucking things that I have ever seen in my entire life. He ends up, so we sit down on the couch next to these girls, and then he goes, oh my god, I think I'm gonna throw up. And he proceeds to run to the bathroom, put a bunch of water in his mouth, and fake a throw up on the ground. He faked a greenout, is essentially what I'm saying. And he told these girls that he's greening out. And oh my god, I was generally so embarrassed. I don't know why. It is not that embarrassing for me. It's more embarrassing for Jared. But I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my god, I am so sorry. On the other hand, we have Jared. Jared is not embarrassed by this a little bit. He was fully going through with it. It almost seemed fake. I could tell he was faking. I don't think the girls did. They might have. But it seemed pretty fake to me, at least. But anywho, we're like, look, I gotta take him home, and we gotta leave. So anywho, me and Jared, we say our goodbyes. We're like, look, I'm really sorry that this happened, but Jared's not feeling well. I think that we need to go. And they're like, they understood. And we're like, yeah, we'll catch up with you guys. Maybe we hang out again. We were not gonna hang out with them again. Anywho, me and Jared, we were still bored. We're like, okay, we came all the way here. We drove 30 minutes. I don't want to just go home. Anywho, they had this really, really nice mall that was about 10 minutes from where the girl's house was, which was really convenient. So me and Jared were like, hey, let's go there. That sounds like a great plan. And I wish the story ended there, but it absolutely did not. So when we got to this mall, pretty much every store was closed. It was late at night at this point, so we ended up just fucking around. We found an open door that led to like the back area of the mall, and we're exploring that for a little bit. And then we ended up seeing a security guard in the distance. He didn't see us, luckily, otherwise we probably would have gotten kicked out. But anywho, he didn't. So we go back into the initial, like the actual mall area where, we're supposed to be. And there was like 3 stores open, and one of those stores being the Nike store. So we go into the Nike store, and I shit you not, the 2 same girls were there with 2 completely different guys. And me and Jared were like, we don't want to deal with this, but unfortunately it was too late for us because the 2 girls saw us, and they were on another 2-man. So that was crazy to us. And we were like, we locked eyes with them, and we wanted to leave. Me and Jared were walking out, cool. We're like, okay, we're leaving. We're not dealing with that. And the 2 girls on the 2-man with a completely different group of dudes, you think they would just also ignore us because they probably didn't want those dudes knowing that they were just on another 2-man. But no, Jared's girl, deadass, screams as we were walking out of the store, I thought you were fucking sick. And me and Jared never ran so fast. We were laughing so hard. We just imagine this. Me and drunk, or not drunk, I don't know if I'm drunk. Me and high Jared, we're both just so high. And this is the craziest shit. So we are running, laughing, and we look behind us, and I shit you not, they are chasing us. So we had to maneuver our way and leave the building and run through the entire parking lot, because we didn't park in the parking lot. We parked in a restaurant that was next to the mall. So we ended up running across, getting to the mall, getting in our car, and just leaving. And once again, I wish that was the end of the story, but it is not. So we still have these girls on Snapchat, and they have our locations, and we just completely forgot about that. So we end up going home and just chilling in our backyard, and we have, another joint that we'd like to indulge. So we start lighting that up, and about 20 minutes goes by, and we hear my fence opening, and we're like, who the fuck could that be? And we go to investigate, and it's the two fucking girls. And me and Jared were like, what the fuck is going on today? Like, this is the weirdest day that we've ever lived in our life. Anywho, we were like screaming at them like, hey, if you come any fucking closer, if you don't get off of my property right now, we're gonna call the cops. And the girls weren't budging. They were staying there. They're like, well, you guys are a bunch of fucking assholes. You told us that you're sick and went to the mall. And they were like, you went with a completely different group of guys. Why are you coming at us? Why did you come to my house? And anywho, we were arguing with them for a good 20 minutes. I'm not even kidding. We got them off of my property, fortunately, but we ended up, we're talking with them in the street, and my fucking neighbors are looking at me and shit, and they're like nosy as hell. So we're like, okay, look, you guys need to leave, and we're going inside, and we are gonna block you on everything, and do not ever come to my house again. And then they left, and me and Jared just went back into my house and sat down in my room, and we're like, dude, what the actual hell was that? And then we ended up making a rap song about it. Maybe, okay, if this video gets 15 likes, I will release the song for that, and you guys will love it. You guys will love that. That is a very funny song. You guys don't know who I am, but I made rap songs before, and they're not very good rap songs, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and make sure to comment what your favorite color is, and the best comment will get shouted out in the next video. Hope you guys enjoy. Peace out.